Nation in a national prayer service dedicated to seeking divine intervention for rain to mitigate the effects of the biting drought ravaging the country. Now, the service was like other meetings laced with politics as the events of the last general election played out in the prayers and speeches. The close to 8 hours of prayer and supplication saw religious leaders present put the Kenya Kwanza manifesto before the Lord to grant the leadership wisdom to breathe life to initiatives meant to tackle national issues. Chamutai Goin now reports.
Religious leaders, politicians and Kenyans from all walks of life thronged the Nyayo National Stadium for the National Solemn Assembly as the leaders put the nation before God. Songs of praise rented the air for the better part of the morning amid sessions of prayer and supplication. And as the leaders thanked the Lord for a peaceful transition, memories of the last election were invoked, hitting out the Kenya Kwanza competitors.
There was a day of showdown between the man of God and the prophets of Baal. And I could tell that this day is that day when Kenya rose and we wanted to show down between the forces of darkness and the forces of light.
We are a country of law. When our highest court rules about anything, it's over. Like when the referee, even when the referee makes a mistake, he has been given authority to blow the whistle and declare the goal has gone in and it is a goal, or declare that it was offside. And our Supreme Court blew the whistle. These other whistleblowers, I don't know where they were when they could have blown the whistle.
Political jabbing between the government and the opposition also played out as the president took a swipe at his Azimio political rivals, using the proverbial words of Nehemiah, where Sanballat and Tobias opposed his push to rebuild the walls of Jerusalem.
Walikuwa wanamwambia hata hii ukuta unajenga hii, mbweha peke yake akisimama juu yake inaanguka. Kwani mliambiwa huyo Sanballat na Tobias waliisha? Si wako. Lakini nawauliza, kuta ya Yerusalemu ilijengwa ama Yeriko ilijengwa? Haikujengwa. Si ilijengwa. So wachana na Sanballat na Tobias, wajishughulishe na ile wanashughulisha. Kenya itaenda mbele.
The president noting that the church had resumed its position in governance and politics.
I was worried pale nyuma wakati niliona viongozi wengi wa kanisa wamenunua uoga, wameambiwa maneno ati kanisa haifai. I am happy that the church has come back to the center of the politics of the Republic of Kenya.
May the Lord grant you the desires of your heart. Like Dr. Lai was preaching, he says, people seated here today are going to be millionaires because the Lord is going to bless you.
With the country's economy still on the recovery path, the president, without naming institutions, said his administration was in a safe space as doors of funding that had been shut were now being reopened.
The financial system in the world has opened the doors once more for Kenya. We can now go to any international financial system and ask on behalf of Kenya, and the doors are open for us.
We have prayed against covenants that are not kept. I pray this afternoon that the covenant and the promises that the president, his deputy and his team have given us will not be a broken covenant, but this covenant shall be fulfilled even in our life and in our generation.
As Kenya battles the worst drought in 40 years, the leaders interceded to God to send rain to allow cultivation of food to counter the rising cost of living.
As we hold these prayers for rain, 5.3 million Kenyans are staring at starvation. More than 2.5 million heads of cattle have died, and the situation doesn't look any better. So the prayers today to intercede with God to give us rain are more than welcome.
Tumefanya mipango yote, mipango ya mbolea, mipango ya mbegu, mambo yale ambayo yanahitajika ili tujitayarishe, kwa sababu tunajua Mungu atatupatia mvua na Kenya itakuwa na chakula na tutaondoa aibu ya njaa katika taifa letu la Kenya.
The leaders urged Kenyans to continue interceding for the country as it deals with the challenges facing it.
And that no force shall stop the good for the people of the Republic of Kenya.
Faced with difficult decisions in trying to address the challenges the country is facing, including the biting drought and the ever-rising cost of living, the head of state and members of his government came before the Lord in seeking divine intervention in addressing those challenges, even as they put their plan in place. Chemutai Goin, Citizen TV.